Holy Christ, are we live? Oh my God. Did I just avert a disaster? Did I just save the world? Yeah, it sounds like it. Holy shit. Holy shit. I think it almost happened again. I'm going to sit here on the waiting screen for just a little while, just to be extra sure. Oh, man. Let me send this. Oh man. Sorry guys, it looks like the ghost of Christmas fuck you from yesterday just showed right back up. Something is wrong somewhere. I think I fixed it. I have no way of knowing. In the amount of time I have right now, because the show needs to happen. We're not doing this every night. So, I guess I'll look into it after this and after the Asagi stream. All I can say is it's a good thing, I had all that, that pretty symphonic metal playing the whole time while I was having a meltdown at my computer having a meltdown. Yay, you got it. Yes, I got it. I got it somehow. In some way. Everything looks fine now. I basically did hard resets on everything I absolutely could possibly do. We'll go ahead and tentatively switch over to the main screen since this is a D stream, and I do have some exciting news. That was part of why I was late. Had to do some fact checking, and Dee's website, we should talk about Dee's website. But, it was going to be the main thing that made me late. But now that the ghost of Christmas fuck you has passed over this house, I don't know if I didn't put enough lamb's blood on the door this time or something. It's more like it was 30% of me being late. So I'm going to have an after-hours stream after the Asagi stream as well. Talk about scheduling, talk about a couple of different things, mostly pertaining to events for next week, for beyond Christmas, actually, just in general. So, all right, all the stats seem okay. All the bars, all the bleeping and the blooping. What was weird was I had I went to my activity monitor, and an alarming amount, the majority of my CPU was being eaten up by a little program. It's back now, but it's not as bad. I guess the streaming software uses it, but it's usually for iMessage, and it's like iMessage going out of control. So I killed my iMessage. I killed everything. I killed everything except myself somehow. So I'll actually just keep closing windows. But yeah, we are here to talk about D. This is going to be a biased stream. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I really like D. I like their music, and so does Winona. We really like D. We feel bad sometimes because we get so caught up with covering every other band that D's one of the bands that we always lose track of. But since like the beginning, or since like the midpoint of this year, I think we've learned our lesson really hard to not do that anymore. So we've been pretty good so far. Let's see. All right, let's change over. Yep. What's up, everybody? What's up, chat? There's YouTube's stupid message, you know, another useless thing. Oh my God. I'm gonna die. I'm unable to be there. Oh, wow. Oh, Wild Delta donated. Oh, that must mean I sound really bad. Oh man. Thank you for the moral support, Delta. Appreciate you. Let me pull that up and read it. I didn't quite catch it. When Delta throws money down, you know shit's serious. Either it's like serious band, it's a serious meme, or she seriously pities me. Oh my God. Okay. Where's my donations? Excuse me one second, guys. I'm a little slow moving now too, because it's fine. It's gotten quite late as I've battled this, whatever the fuck this was. I'm unable to be there live, but I think I can spare precisely 1 shekel to invest in my later amusement and make Jeff say he loves the D, the band, of course. Cheer up, Jeffrey. Thank you, Delta. Thank you for your perpetual. I don't know if does this qualify as some sort of I don't want to say like sexual harassment, but it's like it's I don't know what it is, but Delta is constantly doing the D thing. It's giving me PTSD. She pointed out that in the Yeti stream, I actually said I mentioned D, and then I immediately had like a PTSD like twitch or something, and not a twitch, but like a quick response, like the band, not anything else. And then apparently I looked in the camera and said, "You fucker," like she was watching when she had told me she wouldn't be watching. So, yeah, just. Welcome to the holiday season where Jeff goes off the deep end. 'Tis the season to be jolly and insane. But yes. Yes, she gave some shekels. Oy vey. Happy Hanukkah. Okay, so D, where to start? All right, well, let's jump right into the news, I guess. I've been like... complaining, bitching, moaning for long enough. That's what do we have? Well, this will be funny. I don't know how many of my little things got knocked out of position, but in all of this, but we shall see. What do I need to do? I think I need to hide myself. I just put myself in the center of the screen because at one point this software I used straight up crashed, And then when I reopened it, my camera had jumped out and was like roughly where it is now, but like obviously not centered nicely. And the screen itself was stretched. So this is the closest I got it. And then I was like, it's going to take me 20 minutes to put it back. And that was all in the process of moving things around trying to fix the connection. Oh my God. So at any rate, let's see. We will hide me. I need to show. I need to do a little bit of show and tell here. There we go. And there we go. All right, let's I'm just don't mind the blank screen. I'm just prepping to see if something jumps out at me when I unhide this thingy now. You never know. We're in the danger zone now. So by the way, you guys should follow Delta's example, by the way. She left in a nice lengthy message there. Like when you guys donate, which is actually bit.ly/tipvkh, and these little things sliding by below my anime body. Or streamlabs.com/VKH press, I suppose. Whichever one of those catches on better, we'll roll with that. Feel free to like leave as long of a message as possible. Like you bought that. I don't know if it scales up with the more that you donate, like how YouTube does, but yeah, like go on a rant. Tell a story. Because I'm gonna read it out. All right, here we go. Well, it's okay. I'm just gonna clean that up right there. No, we don't need that in the picture. Okay. Well, that could have been a lot worse. I must say. All right, so I'm actually here on Dee's website, and just kind of scrolling through. Oh, look at these PVs. That's nice. That's interesting. That's cool. And then we had Deadly Sin, right? And all the different types. We also know about the because we covered it in our December releases overview. We know about our compilation album that we're getting. So we know that's coming out, and that's on another tab anyway. These are the singles, right? But oh, what is this? What is this? Oh my goodness. Look at what we have here. I have another link where we can get a little bit of a more close up. Well, see. Look at this. Look at these. What is this? What is this, you might ask? Well, it appears they apparently recently announced a new mini album. I believe it's a mini album. Yeah, they count it as a mini album or a single. 5 and 7 tracks. I'm going with I'm going with the mini album, I think. Even though Mami Dreta is challenging that this month, with singles that are 5 tracks long. Like, are you kidding me? Okay. The one directly from the site's very tiny, so I have to blow it up, obviously. This one is a little bit better. Is it? Seems crisper. Let me try the one straight from. And I have more details. Don't worry. It's not just this. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it is crisper. All right. Well done. Yeah, so this new album is called Kumikyoku. And it also has Kyou in the little parentheses as well. So it's Let me see if I can get this completely right, because I'm also reading their translated press release as well. But anyway, I can put it. Where can I put it? If I let me add some text. Where is my railway font? There we go. Oh, I guess the little things don't show up. Well, in case you need an idea of what I'm talking about, I can just paste it right in here so you can see. It's Kumikyoku Kyo-o. That artwork is gorgeous. Yeah, I agree. It's we'll talk about a lot of that because there are a lot of gorgeous aspects to. Well, see, now that I know Delta's not watching but is going to come back and watch, I have to be careful how I talk about these. Look, these objectively very, very pretty dudes. She's put the pressure on me, you bastard. Oh God. Okay. So apparently what this is they're celebrating their 15th anniversary, and it's also their 10th major anniversary, which is always kind of hard to tell because our impression or our understanding was that everything that Asagi is involved with is indie but backed by Avex, which is a major label. So I guess at some point you're just always considered major, maybe, even if your record deal changes or something, because D definitely had a change from major to indie. We all remember that. So yeah. So yeah, let me, I have a little bit more details. I was doing my best to fact check and understand like what is being discussed here. I can only let me grab this real quick. I thought I had the tab open. I apologize. You've had a long few nights. We appreciate all you've had to do for these streams. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate it. If I genuinely hated it, I wouldn't do it at the end of the day. I'm just frustrated because I want every stream to be like the Yeti stream, and I have a sinking suspicion that the video footage that I was using before, which was like had a lot of motion in it, is what prevented me from having a decent, from having a good enough connection. Except that it was just so utterly, so much of a shutdown. Let me see. I wonder if I can just show it real quick. Because I was showing it because I was watching that PV that recently came out with isn't it got Asagi on a motorcycle? We'll see if this takes a dip, but I'm going to show it for like half a second. Because it's, I don't know, I guess it's, where's my video capture? No. So let me know if the stream stutters when you see a really cool animation appear on the screen. It's gonna happen in like over the course of a couple seconds. So, yeah. So I was trying to show that, and we'll go ahead and delete that real quick, because it reminded me of like of Asagi on the fucking motorcycle, you know, zooming through the future, like, you know, it's like it almost could have had like that, the gas, I'm gonna step on the gas, or the Deja Vu song playing in the background. If he covered the Deja Vu song, because that guy like the Deja Vu. Because there's that, you know, it's a bit, that guy's got a bit more of a fuller voice, I think, than the average dude. Like it's closer to Asagi. I would just be cracking up ridiculously. So, but yeah. Gas, I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. I cannot hit those high notes at all. My God, they're way out of my range, my everything. Yeah, let me hop over to what I had from the news to try and deduce a little bit more of this. I have the track names. It's just they're all like relatively the same name. They all start with Kumikyoku Kyo-o. And so I just wanted to make sure like that, you know, see if these were like, was like another aspect of the best of, or if they're like special. I mean, they're all right here for those of you who can read kanji. And actually, I mean, I can just do a live, like, weak ass translation starring Google Translate. Yeah, so the really long names, you can see it's all very it's all identical up to here. So I can read, I can get pretty accurate translations for the beginning parts of these, and then there's like a little subtitle for each of them. So, well, I thought they were somewhat accurate. Let me grab this. Is this Chinese? No, it's Japanese. Can it be translated from Chinese? In Chinese, it makes more sense. It's this. It's the King of Madness is the part in the box quotes. Weird, wild. So in other words, they all start with. I should pull that back up. Did I already nuke it? The text. I'm sorry, I've just got gas stuff on the gas stuck in my Delta. If you're listening, meme magicians, if you're listening, we need gas stuff on the gas playing in the background to Sagi on a motorcycle. This is it's not up for discussion. At all. Let's see. Am I getting the right thing? Am I pasting in the right thing? I just want it. Oh God! I just want it up there for reference. What the fuck? No. Okay. All right. And now there's squares. They don't like the Japanese punctuation, I suppose. So yeah, that's your English name. So you know what to look for. Because I guess this was announced last week, apparently, but it's nobody's really talking about it or anything like that. So what's I actually don't know if it's going to come to. Come to any sort of digital distribution platform, because apparently, from what I'm inferring and understanding here, is that you have and that's what the significance of the two different album covers is. You have read it off, right? You have a regular edition and you have a live edition. The live edition has 7 tracks. These appear to all just be like new tracks that are all named after, all names starting with Kumi Kyoku Kyo-o. And Kyo-o is translating for me to the Mad King. So 7 versus 5, but So the live one with the 2 extra songs was only distributed, is apparently, I haven't fact checked this myself personally, but what I am hearing is that it was distributed at their show in Toiso Pit. And so that's this one with the cool cover, and then this one with the other cool cover, quite frankly, was also distributed there. I'm assuming it's like their special anniversary show that they had there. But it was also available for sale on their web shop, which, by the way, I didn't know a lot, or I don't know a lot about Dee's website because I can't stand that it's 1990 up in this bitch here 24/7. I mean, look at this. I have to zoom out to like properly convey it. The whole thing is like, it's really tall and narrow. It's not like that because I did anything to scrunch it up. Like if you go to news, it's like, it's 20 years old is like what it looks like. You know, you get dark purple on black. Like what the fuck is going on? So yeah, that's the news. I'll be finishing up figuring out, you know, I mean, I'm confident enough in what I saw that, you know, I'll be able to verify it. I will seek out if there's anywhere where it can be obtained. I can double check CED Japan again real quick since fuck it. Nope, still stopping short at. So will it be available anywhere else? We're not sure. Unless I can double back and double check some of those press releases. Which I cannot. So. Okay. So yeah, that was the stuff that completely derailed my schedule, completely derailed my whole like setup of topics and stuff. Because it like got me thinking. I was like, we don't need to do the whole deep dive for every single band. You know, that like to get into their background, get into their backstory, and every single one of their releases. But we do need oh, that's another display capture, isn't it? Yeah, basically for D, I want to focus on their newer stuff, their stuff post Wonderland Savior, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I thought it was cool what they did with the aesthetics and things like that, but I actually had a really difficult time getting into it musically. I thought it was just a little eh. But then after that, they came back storming with a vengeance. So we're going to go through a little bit of that. I'm just going to unhide myself now. If I can remember where I'm located and operate a computer, this exhausted and defeated, that'll be interesting. It's more like I don't even know where you would go to get the album, I guess. is would be my response to that. Because it does sound like web shop and given out live, like okay. It may just be a gift for only the fans who went to the live show. That's always impossible, or that's always possible. So yeah. Where is my thing? I have it together, I swear. Well, there's me. And then there we go. Pew. And let's bring back the band. Okay. Excuse me. They're keeping me company here. These guys are who I was listening to while fixing that stream, or while fighting through that stream. They're who I listen to when I want some real dark fantasy, like some ominous and fairly heavy dope music. That is D, and D has really excellent visuals, and it's because they have a whole dark fantasy concept that they have fleshed out intensely over the course of their career. Like, they take that costuming stuff very, very seriously. It's to the point where I believe Asagi has written a book. Is that what Dark Wings is? In addition to a music video from his solo project? Asagi's written at least one book that is just totally covering the fantasy lore of D. And you see it in all of their music videos. You see it in like the stories that are being told, that it is like they are going for the fantasy thing hard. And what I thought was interesting this year is that D basically took that style or took that determination of going for the fantasy element and hopped in the what's it called? Hopped in the DeLorean, basically, or just a time machine for if we're at the point where there's people that are old enough or young enough that they haven't seen Back to the Future, but they packed up that seriousness about nailing the dark fantasy thing and making you feel like you're there and feel like you're watching a king drink some kind of poison / steroid that's going to make him invincible. I believe that was the plot of I thought I had it up. My mistake. Wasn't prepared. I believe that is what the general plot of Der König der Dunkelheit is, from their album Vampire Chronicles, which is probably everybody's favorite D album. It's up there at least. I see Dark Wings is actually an album by D. Now, see, that's one I missed. I missed that one. I guess I lost track of D. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for me personally, I had been following D since I stumbled across Seventh Rose, and Seventh Rose is of course like a hyper badass symphonic metal song. Asagi is dressed up like some kind of woman in red with like it's not poison ivy. It's like they look like plant thorns growing out of his hands. Um, but then he's wearing like this red dress and with roses on it, and then he's got these red contacts in. It looks like a demon is possessing a woman. It's kind of disturbing. Um, uh, this is the part, Delta. This is the part where I put, demon possessed, like most women are. Am I right? You start jiving me that way, I'm gonna start annoying you with stuff like that. Turn up the southern accent just for an extra like. um, it'll be it'll be the D jokes versus whatever you want to call what I just did there. But yeah, that blew me away. That whole song blew me away. It was heavy during the chorus and badass, and then it slowed down and got super duper epic. And like gentle and what's crazy about Asagi is he can scream a little bit. Let's be real. He can scream a bit. It's not much, but he can sing like these really full vibrato notes, and then the falsetto he's able to pull off after that is really impressive. So and he'll just go one right after the other. So yeah, that was from their album Seventh Rose as well. And then they ended up putting out. Did they go straight from Seventh Rose to? Wow, they like re-released Vampire Saga. Is that what I'm seeing? Or am I getting my vampire titles confused? That's interesting. Anyway, the follow-up album was called Vampire Saga, and that was like when they were a major band, I believe, like full on, like really major, like they were an Avex band. You could see it in the budget, the budget, quite a bit. They had the budget to really pull off these like exquisite fantasy settings, like dark fantasy settings and stuff. So you had songs like the two singles that came out ahead of it that were included on it were Akai Hitsuji ni Yoru Bansaki, and In the Name of Justice. And but Vampire Saga itself has all kinds of like great deep cut songs in it. Like the very, very first song is possibly my favorite song on the track. On the album. I'm saying this as someone who likes like heavy stuff, energetic stuff. This song is just like a really, really slow, not even a ballad, like a lullaby. And it's beautiful, and it's all comes down to, the instrumentation's great, but again, in a lot of ways, it's Asagi's singing. There's all kinds of other, great, songs in there that nobody knows about. Even like the last track, Silver Acorn Bullet, which was a bonus track, I guess. That one's fun. Desert Warrior's dope. Vampire Saga is about like it for me. Like I was like, this is great. This is, I don't know how they're going to beat this. And then I saw them put out stuff like that, like this Wang Di Yamini Umareta Mukui, where they were dressed up like the Chinese. Are they churchgoers or church leaders? And then it was a lot of songs and or singles and mini albums that I was not fully aware of myself. And then you had Treasure Box in 2013, and that was their last greatest hits release that they put out. And as part of it, they remade what is one of their fan favorites, which is called Night Ship D. If you were fortunate enough to stumble, like I just did on my words, to stumble across it, it's a high chance you'd get hooked. It's a high chance of it looking badass in a concert setting. Let me add these D GIFs, actually. I wonder how we can organize these. But yeah, Night Ship D is a really dope song. Like that's a great, like of all, for a song that, is supposed to be like the trademark song, or like the really, like it is to D what Akai One Piece is to the Gazette. Like that is a pretty well-made song for it to be just that, But yeah, that was pretty dope. I actually have a clip of the live audience as a GIF up on Streamlabs for when you donate. I believe I have some of these cool moments as well. Image slideshow is what I'm looking for. Sorry about that. I just I'm trying to decide if this is going to glitch out when I add a bunch of images. It's worth it. Whatever. Let's see. Delta worked too hard on these GIFs to not show them off. In some capacity, you can always get the Streamlabs, get it on Streamlabs, but these are pretty damn good. But I guess while I'm trying to get my shit together live on air, yeah, that was about the time I lost track of them. So I didn't get to see a lot of Kingdom. I didn't get to see a lot of or hear a lot of Kingdom, I suppose. There's my little Night Ship D request that Delta so kindly fulfilled. And we'll get to a lot of this for sure, but oh, you know what's interesting is that this is yeah, this might work. Let me do. Where is band? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I have a long list here. It's hard to keep track of. All right, you can see him from the waist up, I suppose, and maybe we can. How do we want to do this? How do we want to fuck up this stream? Like, look, I need to have gifts. Looks great. Looks perfect. 10 out of 10. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's me playing. You just. I don't know. These get pretty high quality even if you stretch them out. Maybe I'll just put it over me. It's right there. Right there. And right there. Sure. Except this is going to change and increase and decrease constantly. So I'll just like duck down here. Or, you know what I can do? I can stand up. So. Most professional stream of all time? You be the judge. Okay, so where did I leave off? Okay, so Kingdom. So I missed Kingdom. I'd kind of lost track at this point. I remember we made a lot of jokes about, wow, they have a song called Rosenstrauss. That's quite impressive. So, like, you know, well done there. Can I get... I just want my chin above, okay? Yeah, see, the problem is they're not all the same size GIF. So maybe I can... fix that. The audience is looking at this like, Jeff, we literally don't care about the pixels. You just move these things all over the place and all over your face. Like, what are you doing? But yeah. So, anyways, you guys have to tell me what you thought of Kingdom, because we kind of fell off of them at that point. So we've still got to go back to that. And then I'm seeing the Vampire Chronicle, the best selection. I think this was no, it wasn't on Valentine's Day, but you know, it's got a nice long list of tracks, best of tracks. Oh, that preceded Kingdom, I see. And then you started getting into stuff like Happy on Birthday and Master Key, and then Wonderland Savior. And it was too light for me. It wasn't my style, so we really lost them after that. But then they've released a lot of stuff that's just not available or easily available since Wonderland Savior. And it's stuff like Dark Fairy Tale, which they're calling it a single. Well, okay, I guess it's a lot of instrumentals. But or instrumental versions. They had a single called Kaku Fukaki Tamashi no Rondo. Yeah, so when we like ignored Wonderland Savior in 2016, we apparently accidentally overshot and ignored a bit of 2017. Now we're at the part that I wanted to start at, but I'm trying to give background context here, but I guess my tired ass is being too slow about it. In 2017, they put out Orokashi Ryu no Yume, which is it's like Asagi dressed up like a dragon, because fuck it. But the thing is, it was super badass too. Wow, that's kind of impressive. I nailed that in one click drag. Look at that. It's perfect alignment. Yeah, it was it's a really awesome, heavy epic. Epic is a word you can use unironically to describe D's music. Fantasy song, and it's Asagi literally dressed up like a dragon. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to the mini album as well, so I'm kind of going at this as like the casual peruser of D who thinks they're awesome by default, but doesn't have quite enough motivation to go seek it out and buy it if it's not available. So I missed Narrow Escape, which came after it, which came out in April, I believe. And then we get into the, suddenly they start making, their singles start making reappearances on Spotify. So we had the single Revive Kohai Toshi, and that is Mr. Asagi on a dope ass motorcycle. Very Final Fantasy, very, very, you know what it is. It's very gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. Gas, gas. I can't keep singing high pitched as I try and find it again. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. Yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. I think that I just think it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of over the top. It's kind of hysterical. Let's see. Oh no! All my shekels spilled out of my sock. So yeah. Just singing. I can't tell on the black background. What that emoji is, but I'm sure it invoked a reaction of some sort, like disgust maybe, or something else. Oh, I see. It's song notes. Okay. Yeah. he makes a sexy dragon. It's very weird, man, because he well, okay, I mean, it's not weird. It's not weird. It's whatever. I'm not going there. It's awkward for me because the dude looks exactly like a woman, like so well that it's like it's not. There's nothing to do other than just be like, okay, well played, like, well played, nicely done. So it's like he makes a great female dragon because it's almost like he's wearing like, isn't he wearing like belly dancer kind of clothes in it as well? It kind of has a belly dancer kind of guitar hook to it as well. So then we had Revive, and then most recently we had Deadly Sin. Now Revive and Deadly Sin, it's interesting because that was when Dee went from they hopped in their DeLorean and they went from German times to the future. So I think they meant to put in 200, like go 200 years into the future, and I think someone put an extra 0 in there, and then they accidentally went 2,000 years into the future. So they went from medieval Germany, where there were dragons and shit, all the way up to post-apocalyptic futuristic thing where there's just tons of motorcycles and extra eyeliner and things like that. But the music's really good. I think I would say so. It just came out of left field because it's like a lot of different dubstep, electronic music, a lot of different notes, and it's squealing, it's going crazy. Like they're not going for like just like we had a few wubs in there. It's going crazy as the drums and guitar work is going crazy. And I was particularly impressed with how often they were able to keep like the ominous and epic, like the operatic elements of their music, like literally like the choruses that'll sing in the background, or the opera people that sing in their music. There's the part in Deadly Sin where there it is right there on the screen. You know what? Let me. This is worth showcasing. Okay. See, there's a trick. If I if I move them both up to the same exact pixel, i.e., wait a minute. Where is it? Like this. Oh. Wait. Like this. Just looks like my camera goes all the way up there. Yeah, problem solved. Perfect. I'm great at this like alignment thing, Doesn't it look wonderful? Do you guys like my room? Do you guys like my house? Okay, so but what I was actually trying to do was I just love that the pictures keep widening and shortening, so it just immediately blows my cover. And My head's a little cut off, but plot twist. I'm on a bar stool. Where would I go to pause this? It would be, oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, I just want to get, I think I can, okay, so that's on repeat. Is it on repeat? No. That one. Which one was that one? I'm just trying to get it so it's just the one that repeats. I may have to delete them all out. Sorry, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I could just get rid of these then. Yep. So yeah, they kind of had this sort of a moment in whatever you want to call that. No, I'm just kidding. It was actually a dope bass drop, and I was very impressed that they kept like the oh god, can I even get back up there? The stuff included with it. Like I thought it was very. What did I just grab? That oh, don't worry about it. You can't see anything. You saw nothing. I just thought it was really impressive that they like went there, you know. The initial vibes I got was that they were like a darker, heavier, like the dark alternative to Rides in Rebellion, who makes lovely rock electronic fusion music, specifically rock and like symphonic rock. So I thought it was great to see you know, a larger indie, I guess the jury's out on that if you know, they're referring to their 10th anniversary, 15th major anniversary, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, like a larger band, you know, I guess taking up that mantle. Not that like rock mixed with electronic music was like a, you know, an original thing or an underdone thing, but it's the symphonic side of it that just, it comes out really cool. But this here I was very much like, yeah, this is this is. I was like, what I sent Winona messaged me. She's today. She was like, honestly, like, because I told her I was like, not to tempt you, but I'm talking about Diet. And then I said a time I completely missed. And she was like, well, she was like, well, you know, I think I fell behind again. I wouldn't know where to catch up. And I was like, hold on, fam. I got one gift to catch you up on everything. And it was this one. And it's like Panic by Purple Stone, kind of intensifying here, you know. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. It's fun. It's funny. But the song itself is really good. Or the single itself is really good. I thought all of the tracks sounded solid. My 2 cents to add on this newer G sound with the electronic stuff is going to be that the fucking instrumentals that they have in these two EPs are awesome. I don't know if they're, I need to double check if they are actually okay, we've had enough of the gifts, I think, in general. Dance away, zombie boy. And then you can, oh god, nope. You can, where would you go for this? Nope, I didn't want to hide it. Just want to move it down. Fine, I might as well do it the right way. Which is like this. And, it's like this. This. Oh god, I screwed up. I regret everything. I was trying to do things the right way, and I just made everything worse by going in the wrong thing. So I regret everything I've done. Okay, anyways, we got that all organized. My 2 cents on oh god, the or my personal take, my personal thing I wanted to add, because everybody's kind of like, oh, it's really cool, it's really good, you know, it's a lot of people have already given that take, I would say. It is going to be, I'm locking it in as the instrumentals, and let me pull that up, which is, I just want to double check and see if I believe they're like original instrumentals, like Diamond Sheep, Blood War. Yeah, like they just made instrumentals for as the fourth track of each single, I believe. And they're just really epic, and it's like the cyber electronic music stuff, playing and dueling and bouncing off of some of the rock, but like a lot of the symphonic, and that stuff's really cool. So and it's just got a really good vibe. I don't think it doesn't have Asagi singing in it, but it takes the focus off of him, and like just kind of gives you more of an appreciation for, you know, the fact that Dee's trying to do something serious here. Like, they're not just like, oh, we're fusing an electronic music together, sound more poppy or whatever, you know, maybe more people like us. It's like, no, they there's like a back and forth going on between like the ominous sounding, like more like classical sounds, and the poppy, I guess, well, not poppy, but like the rough EDM and the yeah. So I'm sorry, guys, I completely lost my train of thought right just then. Yeah. Basically like the electronic side, like the, and all the, it's actually not that rough. It's very clean kind of dubstep. It's very like, it sounds very polished. And then the the orchestral parts also sound quite polished as well. And then you have these songs like Diamond Shape on one of the EPs and Blood War on the other one, where it's not just those two bouncing off of each other in the song. It turns into like, there's instrumentation and, or like, dubstep's version of instrumentation, I guess. And all kinds of, little I don't know, little bits of showing off, from the instrumentalist, but there's just a really active like dubstep going on in there, and I think it's really cool that they did that, and that they, if they're gonna do it, they went out of their way. They made, an instrumental. They made, they did all three songs like that on each track. I just got to be honest, I really liked the instrumentals. So yeah, that's my huge point there. In terms of the Vampire Chronicle V Best Selection Volume 2 that's coming out, I mean, I think that'll be really cool if it hits Spotify or Apple Music, but Spotify and Apple Music kind of already beat every band ever to this. It's called like the top tracks list. But, obviously, like a best, it says best selection in the title, so, it's implied that they've been tastefully selected. So, maybe it's like some of these are deep underground tracks. And there's 33 of them. That's a lot. Was it, okay, so no Night Shift this time, I guess. Yeah, so that's just going to be there. It's a cool album cover. I know the limited edition is a bit pricey, but it comes with like I think it comes with their anniversary live DVD. It comes with a full DVD, and honestly, I was like looking at it, and I was like, all right, well, between like the aesthetic, that many songs, if that matters to you, and and a live DVD of D, like, all of that, it's like, yeah, I'll pay for it, which is very much like an indication that they, they're basically from like back in the day, when, like other bands like the Gazette were growing up with D to a certain extent, I believe, right? When did, yeah, they started in 2003, so they're literally almost as old as the Gazette. But and then jumping back into the new mini album that's out that's coming out. My problem with that is that if it really is like a thing where it's at their live onlys and everything like that, then they're like kind of shooting themselves in the foot in terms of what they've done so far for that kind of a thing. I hope that made sense. It's getting late, guys. I'm starting to feel very sleepy. I may or may not have been very, very busy last night and the night before. I'll just say that. May or may not have been hoping to have done this at the time I had scheduled it. May have had a very specific reason for that. My point was that they're making like Lauren says, like why aren't we only halfway? Or why promote yourself only halfway? I can't even read, man. It just I think the war with the war with the with the internet that I had to get this one up was just pretty much kind of did me in, I think. It's like one of those things where it's like I won the fight. I got the stream up and running, but like at what cost? Was it worth it? So I hope they do promote it and put it up on Spotify and Apple Music. That's just the move to do, and they're already doing it with Deadly Sin and Revive. Again, though, it does appear to be an anniversary style release, so maybe it's like more of an inside joke thing for them, and they're like hardcore fans or something, like even like a band like the Gazette, when they do their like really big anniversaries, like they did their 15th anniversary, they played songs that like their casual fans, their bandwagon fans would not give a single shit about. Like every single person in that venue, in that giant stadium, like was someone that was there in like 2003 or 2002. So if that's like just kind of how VK bands roll, or Japanese bands roll, that it's like, look, we're 15 years old, we're going right back to the start. Maybe that's something about this release. It's like a throwback kind of thing that wouldn't, maybe it doesn't make sense out of context on Spotify, or there's some reason like that. But this isn't the first time they've done it, is the thing. Like I said before, the latest one's Deadly Sin. Before Deadly Sin was Revive. Those two were on streaming services, but Narrow Escape was not, or Akashi Ryu no Yume was not, unless it's on Spotify, which I don't think it is. Looks like they had a single called but before that called Kakumo Fukaki Tamashi no Rondo. And then before that they had Dark Fairy Tale. I don't think any of those are on there. In Apple Music, it's like it stops after 2011, aka Vampire Saga. Maybe goes to like there's a collection here or there, and then they jump artist accounts from one artist to another. Oh well, first of all they skip. I think Apple Music skips over. Where is it? I don't think it's them skipping over Kingdom. I think Apple Music, something's weird somewhere. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that Kingdom doesn't show up on their Apple Music account, but D obviously is a very difficult name to get uniquely your own. So as I'm sure some of you guys are aware, there's certain Japanese artists that are mixed in with other artists of the same name. And making a claim to it. So this guy was doing it right around the time Wonderland Savior came out, so we thought it was fitting and appropriate that this happened at a similar time. But only for one album, was it out on Apple Music on its own under another D. You're gonna be able to tell the difference. And then it was back to these singles, and then none of the like 1, 2, 3. Well, okay. Orokashi Ryo no Yume was the dragon one was a mini album. So there's that, and then Narrow Escape. So yeah, there's a lot of missed opportunity there, I would say. I think I've played both sides of that decently well. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. Like I said, this was gonna be a pretty biased stream. I have some pretty easy low hanging fruit jokes to make about some of their some of their fantasy stuff. Like everybody was laughing a little bit about the break dancing and stuff, but outside of that, I was I'm really into D. No, I said it. She's gonna clip it now. I'm the band. D the band. I should go back in and clip this out. Let's see how our connection's holding up. I was so close too. I was like on my last sentence of describing them. Ridiculous. Okay, let's see what chat has to say. And then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'm just going to pop out my own little window of chat. Let's see. I've loved their last two single releases, and they've been very different from the other stuff, but it works. Yeah, it's very strange how it works, because it looked on the surface, or it sounded on the surface like it was kind of just thrown together. But it's like they threw it together exactly. You need some sleep. Yeah, it's actually really bad. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not doing too hot. I may postpone at least the after hours one. I think I can do the Asagi stream still. I know we're coming up on like 1 a.m., which is ridiculous now because I've been up for I'm not going to try and remember, but yeah, I had a lot of stuff to take care of today, unfortunately, and then more and more news came out that I've been taking care of as well for VKH. So I can do a quick Asagi stream. And then I may just do the after hours stream tomorrow. but I'll probably need like a 20-minute break start at 1 a.m. The 15th live set list was bomb. Yeah. I think Spotify has the new singles and then Seventh Rose, and that's it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that I will say I'm 99% sure Spotify got the new singles earlier, like by a couple weeks or something, or a few weeks. Because I didn't even realize the new singles were on Apple Music until I looked for them today, because I have Apple Music. I don't use Spotify a ton at the moment. I didn't know they were on there. I can see, holy moly, I'm going to make a playlist with all those songs. It's been a minute since I heard some of those. Yeah, and they're all like 18 times better now too, which is like really ironic, or not ironic, it's just like interesting to see. That's how I knew, like I wasn't surprised at all when the Gazette did their ballad covers or whatever, their ballad best of, where they redid all of their ballads, is because that Karauta song that they redid, they had been redoing that at some of their shows, some of their high profile shows too, for quite a while, and had gotten hyper good at playing that song. Yeah, for the 15th anniversary, we got to see some of the heavier sides of that. By the way, as a side note with D, Night Shift D is like really enjoyable live to watch. That was actually, I made a point of wanting to get that. Let me see if I can, where is it? Where is my D? I almost ended that sentence again with there. For those of you who don't know, or who are seeing this and are just not, or like, why is he so skittish around saying the band's name? It's there are people watching this stream, you see. People who are interested in change, you know, a changing of the winds. If you want to get mathematical about it, you could say it's a delta of sorts. They want to see a change in the winds. They want to see me embarrassed, and they're waiting with clipping software and recording software to record me saying how I feel about so let me find this this GIF, because it's pretty fire. And also, it's a really it's a catchy song. It's very dramatic and just highly entertaining, even for being like such an old song. They really didn't need to remake Night Shift D at all, actually. But the live performance of that is great, with all the flag waving that's involved with the fans and, you know, Asagi. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let me see. Okay, let me throw all of these in here, and then I'll find it. Oh, first one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so check this shit out. I'll put this nice and big. Yeah. It's just all these flags as they're waving in the chorus, and then they have all kinds of cool instrumentation and things like that for the Night Shift D performances these days. They've really made a spectacle out of like playing their indie hits, so I quite enjoy that. Yeah. So on that note, I will release these boys back to the dubstep ether that they came from, back to the back to the symphonic time traveling wub wub ether that they journeyed here from. And yeah, D's cool. D's pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching and bearing with me as I stumble through this. Obviously, I turned into a bit of a train wreck here. I was an hour and a half late, and it was because I did spend an hour and a half fighting this stream. So I guess it should be expected. But let me think about what I want to do for now. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it a night, to be completely honest. I will try and do the Asagi stream tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, but I definitely need to catch up on my sleep and all that. So, but thanks for watching. I hope this was enjoyable. I wanted to make a point of getting a stream done every night, and we'll have a conversation moving forward about how we handle scheduling and stuff like that, because if I just stuck to my schedule, I wouldn't have had time to report on that new single that came out. So the reality of the situation of how YouTube streaming works is that if enough people are down with it, to like get short notice about like live streams going up, I mean like 20 minutes notice, or an hour's notice or a couple hours notice max. If enough people like get on board with that, then I mean, like, I could break news on this live stream. It all happens like around this time at night. A lot of times I'm in bed, but I'm like awake, maybe on my computer, hint, hint, or something like that, doing something, getting ready for bed, and that's when like somebody like D will announce like some kind of crazy thing, and I'll have to get out of bed and write an article right that second for it, because I know, like, yeah. So, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk about it. I'm kicking around a couple ideas, so that I don't have to be like, oh well, I will be here at 6 p.m. and then reality gets in the way, and I'm here at 7:30 p.m. That's not fair to you guys, but life's not fair to me. So, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go. If you want any idea about how I feel about Asagi's music, small spoilers for tomorrow, I'm going to go listen to Asagi's music to soothe me to sleep into a heavenly dream sleep. So I also adore Asagi's music. Just all kinds of hidden biases. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you all sleep as well as I'm going to. So, peace out.